Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Frugal Outdoors with myself, Dylan. And thank you for joining us once again on an absolutely stunning evening. So we're fishing brambles today. Just me and Nick. My stepson was going to come, but he's decided to go off and have a bonfire with his mates, which he can't really argue with. So, target. Is there a target? There's potential. We come out with some rag, hopefully to try and get a sole. But in the meantime, we're hopefully going to try and pick up a bream, maybe a smooth hound, maybe a ray. Just have a bit of a fish really, and see if we can pick up a few species. But it is stunning. So we've got right in the middle of the tide at the moment. I think high tide is maybe 9 o'clock. It's about 5:45. But it is roasted. It's been like 28, 29 degrees I think today. Very warm. Hence the beak is a little bit red. And I do put sun cream on. But I think because these are reflective, I'm getting double whammy. So it's warm. I've got my gear together. I'm just waiting for Nick to turn up. Then we'll have a little stroll down the beach. Find somewhere to fish. And sit. And hopefully get something. See you in a sec.
I never really know what's going on. You look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. If all the things you never show, there are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all
Yeah, that's a warm old walk. Right, we're in the place. We're basically into the corner, not quite into the corner. You can see Fort Albert right behind me there. I've just seen the Waverley go past, which I think is the last and only passenger paddle steamer in the world. I might be right in saying that. Don't take my word for it, but it is quick. It's just literally come through there in between Hurst and Fort Albert, and it is already probably opposite Allen Bay. Super fast. So we're going to get set up, go through some of my rigs. I have got a couple of sole rigs. I won't use those until it gets dark. Until then, I think I'm just going to have a go for some bream, chuck out some bream rigs, and hopefully see if we can't get one. Be nice to get a couple for the weekend. Right, let's get set up and get my breath back. Right, so here we go. So I'm fishing massively overkill tonight, but later on there is a chance of a ray. So I have got, it's basically what was already on the reels. I have got two spools that have got different line on, but these are not them. So it's 45-pound braid. I need to re-spool them actually because I lost a little bit the other night. Tapered leaders, which is some of it's cut down. And then basically on both ends I've got exactly the same rig fishing on both sides, which is just size 2s, squid with a little loomy bead, a green one on the bottom of this one, yellow one on that one. The other side is a yellow on the bottom and a green on the top. And again, they're 6s because that's what I've got. So yeah, it's hugely overkill. I mean, look at it out there. It's absolutely stunning. It's not massively deep, but apparently you can get some bream through here. So give it a whack and see what happens.
But if you don't wanna tell me
There we go, we're fishing. Hopefully we can come back and we'll have a fish. A bream, about 1.5 pounds. If you see a splash out in front of you, it's not my lead. No. Nice, well done mate. There we go. So, first chuck, Nick's just had a nice little bream. It's in size, but he's just popping it back. We do try to keep the slightly bigger ones. But it's really good to see. It's stunning, stunning fish. I absolutely love them. So hopefully my rods will go. And yeah, you can see them. And we can get one as well. Hopefully it's not that first cast sort of jinx, you know, where you get one on the first one and then we don't get another bite all night. Oh. God, literally just said that and I was just getting a bite on my right hand rod. But it's stopped, so if it is, it's probably a small bream. It's only on squid, so I can't think what else might take it. But it'd be nice to get one. Oh, yeah, the other rod's going now. Whoa, that's a good bite. Christ almighty. See that? How that is not on, I do not know. It just went whoop. I can't wait to edit this video and have a look at that. Just had a massive bite. I've been watching the right hand rod because I had a small little knock. And then the left one just went poof. Oh, God knows what that was. But that was an absolutely massive bite. Both rods completely stripped. They've probably only been out there for 10 minutes, so there's definitely bream activity. I had bites on both and they're both stripped. I've not been binding anything on, so I may well start to bind it on just a little bit, just to make it last a bit longer, because they're probably pulling it off the hook. But that's a really great sign. I'd love to have hooked whatever that was. I really want to see it. It looked like it pulled the rod right over, but it maybe bent the rod by that much.
Mum, I wish I was there with you. You'd have a little chair on the beach.
So, on my intro, I think I said we're fishing up to high, but we're actually not. We're fishing down. So I think low tide is about 9 o'clock. And it's about 5:30 now, maybe getting 6:45. So we've got another few hours. Just over 2 hours fishing down, and then hopefully we get the bottom of the tide. Better fish it back up for another few. Maybe fish till 11, half 11. It's not going to be a massively late one tonight, but I'd love to see what that fish was. I mean, we've both had bites on our first cast. Second cast, nothing. Hopefully we can get a fish. I can get a fish. Nick's already had one. But it's certainly a nice evening to be sat down by the sea. Super glassy. Yeah, it'd be nice if a bream came up. Nice if we got a hound. So I've got a couple of crab. I've got squid. I've got a single mackerel. I've got some sand eels for later, so I can chuck out a ray bait. and I've got some rag that I can chuck out sole rig, which I'll show you when the light starts to go. I'll get one out and I'll get it baited up. It's got some little lead shot, well, not, I don't think they're lead anymore, but yeah, some little sort of swan shots halfway down the snood, so I can really get that hook length right on the bottom. But yeah, it'd be nice to get one of those. Like I say, I've never had a flatfish, so it'd be nice to get one tonight. Right, so that sun has not got far to go and it's going to be dropping. Keep forgetting that it's just getting earlier and earlier and earlier. Gone are the days now where it's like, yeah, sunset at 9:30. It's now about bloody 8:15. So this is my sole rig. It's very, very simple rig. So it's incredibly short. Overall it's probably only about 70 centimetres. So essentially it's a one up, one down. So one of the snoods is at the top. One of the snoods is probably only about 3 inches up from the gripper. Found some 5s. And they're probably only about 8 inches long. It's got little size 4 hooks. And as you can see there, if I can get the hook out of my finger, just got a couple of those shots, freshwater shots. So the idea is, once I've got a worm on there, and I've cast that out, keep some slack in the line, and hopefully these will be right on the deck. So if I can get a bite, well, if I can get a sole, that's where they're going to be, apparently. But yeah, I'm going to give it a go anyway, because let's say it used to be good for fishing for sole here. I mean, I think a lot of the solent used to be very productive for sole, but obviously it's got commercial value now, so unfortunately they get caned by the nets. But with any luck, we can maybe pull one out tonight, and I'll be celebrating my very first flatfish. But I'm going to start thinking about baiting this one up. I'm going to have a chat with Nick in a minute, see if there's like worth tipping it. But I've got some rag. Maybe I'll just do one plain and one maybe tip with a tiny little strip of mackerel maybe. But yeah, we'll go and find out. Right, I'm gonna have a little change up. That sun is like virtually right on the horizon now, as you can see. Let's go this way, you can actually see me a bit better. There we go. So the sun's right on the horizon. So I am now going to throw a ray bait out. And you know I love this rig. But it's a Portsmouth loop rig. It's got a 2.0 pennel on the bottom this time, clipped in. That's got a large sand eel and a squid head and guts wrapped up the side of it. And that's just half a sand eel with a 2.0. If it focuses, it's not going to. So I'm going to chuck this out. But I did want to say, and this is only from watching Wayne Hand, the shore hunter. I mean, I know he's sponsored and he's paid by Tronics, but I do like the sound of this. This is the Tronics Pro Baitex elastic. So it's not actually elastic, it's latex, which makes it far more biodegradable. It is more expensive, but then it is 500 meters, and using it, I mean, this is the medium, and it's actually quite thin, but it's nice to bait up with because it's super elasticated. But yeah, friendly to the environment, so in my book that's got to be a win. Hello. That's not a bream. I think so, small one maybe. Bloody strap. Thought it was much bigger than that. Snapped me hook off. snapped me hook off. God, there we go. Well, I actually thought that might have been a hound then, but it's a little blooming strap conger. But I've had to bring him up because you can see there, he twisted and twisted and twisted. He snapped it, but he's got my hook in his mouth, so I wanted to get that out. There, one destroyed rig. Let's get that one back in. But we're not blanking, that's one thing. I was just about to bring that rig in as well to change it up. It's been out there for a little while. And the way it went over, I really thought it was something better. But bloody strap. Oh well, it's a fish. I'm getting bitten to shreds. Bloody mozzies, I've just seen it. It's sucking on my arm. Right, I've got to put this jumper on. I'm getting eaten alive. Yeah, the old mosquitoes are out in force tonight. Nick was saying there's a good chance of picking up a hound on the rag as well when we're fishing for the sole, so I have actually chucked out a sneaky little rag bait now, only a single one. But yeah, now that sort of light is starting to go, it's really feels really fishy. Always feels fishy. But yeah, with any luck we can get one. Right, let's move this camera a bit, I think. Oh, hello. Getting a bite on my ray rod, the rod that's nearest to us. There it goes again. Still there. Well, it's not the target. Well, it's kind of a target. Didn't even see the bite, to be honest. Tiny little schoolie, but what pristine condition. Let's turn that light down. It's super bright. There we go. Look at that. Proper little stunner, but it's really small. Let's not keep it out of the water too long. Let's get it back in. Ah, well there we go. We're 2 species in, that's not too bad going. It's now properly dark. I say properly dark, I mean the sun set probably half an hour ago, and we're still getting plenty of bites. Just alternating the rigs, I'm mucking around really tonight. Trying for a sole. I mean I'm chucking out some fish baits for the chance of a ray. I'm chucking out squid, chance for a bream, a nighttime bream. And I'm chucking out just plain rag, in close, chance of a sole. So just alternating the rigs, hopefully. I always say hopefully, I need to try and stop saying hopefully. With any luck, we can pull into a couple of fish. Like I say, we're getting a couple. Nick's had a couple of schoolies, and he had that bream. I've had a conger and a little schoolie. Missed a couple of bites, but yeah, it's great. It's absolutely glorious down here. I am sweltering. I've got this on because I'm getting caned by the mosquitoes. But I might have to take it off in a minute because I am absolutely roasting. But yeah, this is good fun. I like it. Oh, say that. Oh, hello. Come on. Got something on here, mate. Ooh, just had a lovely big bite on the ray rod. I picked it up and see if I could feel anything, and I've put it back down so I don't reel it in too eagerly. It could just be a conger again. Little strap, but it was a reasonably decent bite. So I'm going to let it develop. Bait another rig, sit in my hand. Might think about putting out a crab bait in a minute. I've had another school bass. I let it go down by the water's edge. I mean, I've already showed you one. I don't need to show you another one really. It's a bit like the pouting, you know, when I'm catching loads of pout, I still show it, but sometimes that's all the content there is. But yeah, I'm just alternating the bait, so I'm just about to chuck out some crab. I think I'm going to put it out on a pulley. I'll cut it in half, put some squid on it as well. So I bound it together on my baiting needle there. So it's not a massive crab bait, but you never know. That tide it's not even, probably just started to turn. So with any luck, like I say, something else will come in. I've had plenty of bites, that's the thing. And mainly on the sandeel and squid. So it makes you think that there is something out there. Like I say, Nick's had a conger, I've had a conger, well, strap. We both had straps. He's had a bream and a few school bass. I've had a couple of school bass, no bream. But I am still chucking out a bream rig every now and again, because it would be nice to get one. But yeah, this one will be going out on a pulley, I think. Well, I'm nearly out of worm. Basically, every time I put the worm rig on, it's getting nailed by a little schoolie bass. I've probably had like 4 or 5 now. I think I might have missed a sole bite, very, very quick vibration, and then it went again, and I thought it was a schoolie, so I reeled into it and there was nothing there, and neither was the bait, so it could have been another school bass, but I'll pretend that it was a sole. But other than that, bites have gone right off. Tide is starting to push up, so it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to give it another hour. Definitely a bit of weed coming in with the tide at the moment, but it'll probably ease off shortly. Got another 2 rigs ready to go. Got another crab bait and another got mackerel and squid wrap this time. So basically I'm using one rod for the bigger baits and then one rod alternating between the worm and the and squid to see if they can pick up a nighttime bream, but yeah, it's not happening at the moment. But we will keep trying. I'm not going to give up just yet. Oh, gutted for Nick. Just went over, could see that he was reeling in. And he had a ton of weight, and probably not even 10 yards out it came off. But he said it's a big bite, double tap, massive slack line, reeled into it, and feel it thumping as well. Gutted. But yeah, it looked like a proper lump. Ray, possibly, I would have said. I mean, that would have been my guess. Mine have not moved at all, so well, I'm going to change that one on the right anyway now. That's that crab bait, it's been out there for a while. Chuck that mackerel and squid wrap out. Like I say, that tide is starting to push up now, so hopefully get a bit more water in here, maybe stir some stuff up. Oh, well, I suppose I better give you an update, didn't I? Nick lost something really decent. to be fair, he got caught up in the groin and he went back to his car, got his waders, and by the time he got down to it, it'd come off. So he's gutted about that. He's had a smooth hound as well. I'll just keep getting school bass. I've probably had 5 or 6 now. If I get another one, I'll show you. But anything I'm putting at distance now is a bit of a struggle with the weed coming through. It doesn't take very long to get it weeded up, so I've just chucked a 2 at flapper out at the moment. I've dropped it in quite short. Every time I chuck something long, it's just getting weeded up pretty quick. I mean, it's still fishable, but it's not a massively deep venue, so I don't know where that weed is on the line. Like normally if you're fishing Fort Victoria or somewhere like that, it's a lot deeper. Pretty much the weed's in the water, it's on your line, it's not on your hook. Whereas when I'm bringing it in here, it's all on the hook. It's not just getting stuck on the, you know, like on my rig clip or something like that. I think the right hand rod is hooping again. I mean, that's not been out there for very long, maybe 5 minutes. So when you're putting fresh bait on it, it's a bloody nightmare. So I'm going to give it a little while. Have a sit down, have a drink of Lucozade. I've packed a few rigs away. Oh, that could be a bite. Don't know, it might have been a weed going down the line. Right, I'm going to quickly, 20 past 11, I'm going to bring that left hand rod in because that's just got a flapper on it at the moment. I'm going to quickly chuck out the other, I think it's a pulley rig. So just quickly whack that out for 10 minutes or so, pack a few bits up. Hopefully we can get a fish on the last cast, but it's not looking likely at the moment. Well, I'm going to call it. I'm here on my own now. Nick packed up only about 15 minutes ago, and I've already got 1 rod packed away anyway. But yeah, not the evening that I was hoping to have, to be honest. I mean, I've probably had 4 or 5 little school bass and that strap conger, and then it became a little bit of a struggle in the end. I've been weeded out. Nick's literally like 20 yards, 30 yards that way, and he's had no weed whatsoever, and I've been getting loads of weed just here. So it goes to show, just even that short distance, it can make a real difference. Am I disappointed? Maybe a little bit, but to be honest, I've really enjoyed it. It's super, super calm. It's really nice. There's absolutely no one else down here. And I've had a few fish, so it's been all right, really. So I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if there wasn't any big fish. Like I say, I mean, I've done really well recently. I've had some really decent rays, and I've been doing really well in the comps. So with any luck, the next time I go out, I'll have a decent session. So until the next time, please take care, stay safe, and maybe see you out there. Cheers.